So what I wanted to talk to you today about is my traveling toolbox. I just went down to Home Depot, looked at a couple options. I wanted a traveling toolbox just so I can go to the events and make sure that I don't forget anything, mainly for the really important things. And I was thinking about it, and what made the most sense was to have like a really mobile system. I've been to a couple race events and seen some of the professional toolboxes that they have, and they're like kind of like Pelican cases, like hard cases. They flip open. They have all their pliers and vice grips and wrenches, and they even have like their impacts on like a little holder thing, like a little stand. And then when they're done, they just fold it all up and they take it with them. They throw it in the trailer and they go. Also wanted to have a system where I had a place for every tool. That's kind of a big thing. So what I decided to go with is this Ridgid connects toolbox system. This is like a fully stackable system. This is the middle toolbox that still has an upper tray and has storage underneath. It's pretty deep, so it fits a good amount of stuff. Like you could fit mallets in here and all kinds of goodies. This is where I plan to keep like my crescent wrenches, my pliers, all the medium-sized hand tools, like medium to small size hand tools. I got my super small wrenches for like doing maybe brake lines. Harbor Freight set. These are actually really good. The high-speed drill bit set, they're like super cheap at Harbor Freight, and these are strong enough to drill out grade A bolts. So super cheap, good to use them all the time. I think I have like 5 or 6 of them just laying around, because if you break one, who cares, just grab another one. I have like my razors, my plastic razors, safety glasses for now. I got my leads for the multimeter. Down here in the storage bin, you see, get a look in there. It's pretty deep. We're gonna have like my screwdriver set. Gonna have a couple clamps, C clamp and a ratchet clamp, or not a ratchet clamp, but a quick clamp. I'm going to have my zip ties, my Allen key set, nice little case. I bought a lot of these tools new specifically for this toolbox, and whenever I could, I got cases, because it's one thing to have the tools you need, it's another thing to not be able to find them and to have to dig through everything. So at least in this way, if I do need to unpack the toolbox to find something specific, this is what I'm dealing with. So it's still pretty organized. This is kind of one of the only type of spare parts I have, is a hose clamp set. Not my favorite type of hose clamps. I usually like the ones without the holes, but if I use these, I'm going to need them in a pinch. So that's what I got. I also have, these are panel clip removers, panel remover pliers, and these are good for doing bumpers and inner fenders, like real quick, just getting in there, popping them off. So if you do have tools that you buy that don't come in their own case or anything, you should definitely get one of these. And these are the rolling pouches. This is what I saw like 90% of all the professional mechanics have in their toolboxes. They have them on the side, they have them on the front. They put them, so they say they have like a big box, they fasten this here and they drip that down, right? They have another one on that side, they have one on the front, they have one coming down, and then when they're ready to go, they just literally roll them up, fasten them like this, they flip them back in the toolbox, and they sit right here up top. So they can still fit a lot of stuff on the bottom. And what's great about these is it keeps them organized again. I think what I will add in here is one of those bit screwdrivers, and then also have a box of different bits. You never know when you need like a T25 or some kind of crazy star bit that you don't normally use. So these are really great for that. I'm gonna go ahead and roll out the rest of the system and show you what I got in the bottom box. This is the rolling part of it. This is the bottom piece. You stack everything on top of this. Has an extendable handle, so you can roll it with everything stacked on top of it fairly easily. There was a Milwaukee one, a Ridgid one, and a Husky one. And a DeWalt one. The DeWalt and the Husky ones were pretty much identical, but the latches that held everything closed were pretty cheap. I mean, these are not really an expensive type, but they are definitely better than the Husky ones. The Milwaukee ones, really nice, like top notch, probably last forever, have like metal reinforcements, but just the bin cost $130, and I got all of these for less than that. These are really affordable, really good option for starting out. Who knows, I might change later and go with a different system, but I think this will actually work pretty well, and eventually the plan is to, if you do continue, if you do get more serious, then you'll have a trailer, and you can throw a toolbox on your trailer and always have the toolbox there on the trailer and not have to worry about carrying tools around. But this is a good option for now. So one thing I really like that's unique to the Ridgid is that the whole top comes off. So you don't have to worry about flipping up a lid, you don't got to worry about none of that. You do got to worry about losing it. Don't lose it. So this bin is about 12.5 inches deep and about 20 inches wide, and it's about 13 and a quarter, 13 and a half long or whatever. So it's a pretty good size. First thing, kind of a must-have. This is an air compressor. It plugs into your cigarette lighter. Here are my lug sockets. These are the plastic ones so they don't mar up your wheels. Torque sticks. Really just use the 80, maybe the 65, but these are nice to have, especially because I have a pretty decent size impact. I picked this up for $120 on Amazon. I'm already committed to the Porter Cable 20-volt system, so this was a no-brainer. This is actually a pretty good bang for the buck. Got two of these for $60, and then this for $120 came out to be like, I mean, you do the math. Other things I have: pry bar, crowbar. I also have a drift pry bar, the beautiful, awesome Harbor Freight 18-inch breaker bar, and then trolley jack. This is just a normal trolley jack. I'm still on the fence about it. I think I'm gonna go with this for the first event. I do want a jack that fits in a toolbox. I have another set of impact sockets, Harbor Freight specials. This is basically what I'm going to use for my 1/2-inch drive set. Pry bar, screwdriver, nothing, pretty self-explanatory. A 2.5 pound dead blow. This is what the 12-inch crescent, 10-inch crescent, double-sided plastic mallet. So one of these is soft, other side's hard. Last and not least is the middle section. I chose to go with just a regular basket. I'm going to put this actually in the middle, even though it doesn't have that much weight on it. It's going to hold a lot of loose items, so I don't want the loose items to be like bouncing out or have to really worry about them. First thing is window squeegee. Second is my tarp. So I'm gonna have a tarp thrown down so I can get on my back, change the tires, not get super dusty or muddy or whatever at any of the events. I think it's like an 11 by 19 to 12 by 19 feet. Worst case, I can put this on the very top and have stuff sticking out. So big roller on the bottom, storage container with my tarp. Top section is my medium toolbox. If you're wondering, $60, $15, and $40. Anyways, that's the Ridgid Connect system for my travel toolbox. If you have any questions, let me know. Alright.